Hey guys, so for Self-Love Sunday, I've got my Chicken Soup for the Teenage Soul book. I've had this since I was a teenager, and there's a little poem type thing that I want to read. It's not super long, and just kind of talk about myself with it, which I hope it will help you guys, anyone else who's working on their self-love and perception of themselves. And sorry, got distracted. People like outside, people around, self-conscious, being afraid to show yourself. This is what it's about. So let me just read it and then we'll talk. So it's called Paintbrush, and it was written by Bettie B. Youngs. So it says, I keep my paintbrush with me wherever I may go, in case I need to cover up so the real me doesn't show. I'm so afraid to show you me, afraid of what you'll do, that you might laugh or say mean things. I'm afraid I might lose you. I'd like to remove all my paint coats to show you the real, true me. But I want you to try and understand. I need you to accept what you see. So if you'll be patient and close your eyes, I'll strip off all my coats real slow. Please understand how much it hurts to let the real me show. Now my coats are all stripped off. I feel naked, bare, and cold. And if you still love me with all that you see, you are my friend, pure as gold. I need to save my paintbrush, though, and hold it in my hand. I want to keep it handy in case somebody doesn't understand. So please protect me, my dear friend, and thanks for loving me true. But please let me keep my paintbrush with me until I love me too. That is very relevant for what I'm working on right now, not hiding myself. I was trying to build up the confidence to wear my romper out to do this, but I'm sitting. And I can't hide myself in my romper. This, I mean, you still see, but it's very it's like loose. It's like got a loose bottom, so I can like pull it out and like kind of like make myself feel comfortable and like hide myself as best as I can. My romper, I can't do that. And then with the comment that the little girl made the other day, which I know is my reflection, but it's still like, I'm nervous about my reflection coming at me again like that because I haven't worked through my confidence, my lack of self-confidence rather. I haven't worked through that fully yet. I'm working on it, but I'm not all the way there yet. For a very, very, very long time now, we've been hiding pieces of ourselves because we're afraid of rejection. But that's coming to an end now. The more, the more we do the thought and energy work, the appreciation work, the self-love work, asking for perception change, breathing through our emotions, the more we do, and like self-love work as in, well, we can get into examples in a bit, but you guys know, I'm sure you know what I like, looking in the mirror, saying you love yourself, saying positive affirmations when you wake up in the morning about everything, but also about yourself, you know, that kind of stuff. Where was I headed with that? Right. So the more we do that, the more we raise our vibrations, and the more our awareness, our full awareness and full abilities come online. And that means that we're also allowing the higher selves of everyone to come online too, because we're reflecting truth outward. We're projecting truth outward instead of the illusion of separation and pain and chaos and whatnot, and we're remembering. So as we reflect out truth, as we project out truth, that's reflected back at us, and that allows their higher selves to come online, like our awareness of their higher selves to come online. The time for hiding is over. It can be difficult. Like I said, I'm not wearing the outfit that I was really kind of thinking about, and I feel like I was kind of getting the urge to wear. I wasn't ready for that, but that's okay. I'm embracing that. It's okay. You need to embrace how you feel, but then work on it. We've all been covering ourselves up with these different masks and costumes, And keep in mind too, these avatars are also just a vessel that we've been using to navigate this. We picked how we were going to look before we entered this. And even then, our bodies aren't even real. They're just metaphors. It's a map of our consciousness. So it very much is peace within and then peace without, with the external. You can work on how you physically look as much as you want, but unless you work on your shit within, you're always going to feel that shit within, no matter how you physically look. And the more you get into that natural flow, the more you work on yourself and you vibrate higher, the more you get into that natural flow of things, and that leads you into a healthier lifestyle. The more I surrender and go and let myself go into the flow of things, the more I am becoming healthier, I am eating healthier. I turn to things like fish and rice and veggies rather than that other stuff that I sometimes, too often, that's judging myself, that I often indulge in. Getting the urges to go for walks, keeping your place clean. It all just flows the more you work on your inner shit. So we all have paintbrushes and it's okay. Embrace that, but then be aware of it and work on it. I am. It's difficult. And there's actually, hang on, I'm just going to see if this other one I want to read. Hang on. Okay, so it's really interesting because I wasn't going to read this one, but now that I've read the other and I've been talking, I realize this actually does go in sync. So, oh, that's actually really interesting. The Paintbrush poem is on page 153, and what I'm about to read you is on 134. So we've got pi 3.14, and then we've got 345. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, so this one here is called The Mirror, and it's by Robert Fulghum. I hope I'm saying that right. So it says, Dr. Papaderos, what is the meaning of life? The usual laughter followed and people stirred to go. Papaderos held, I hope I'm saying his name right, I apologize if I'm saying it wrong. Papaderos held up his hand and stilled the room and looked at me for a long time, asking with his eyes if I was serious, and seeing from my eyes that I was. I will answer your question. Taking his wallet out of his hip pocket, he fished into a leather billfold and brought out a very small round mirror about the size of a quarter. And what he said went like this. When I was a small child during the war, we were very poor and we lived in a remote village. One day on the road, I found the broken pieces of a mirror. A German motorcycle had been wrecked in that place. I tried to find all the pieces and put them together, but it was not possible, so I kept only the largest piece, this one, and by scratching it on a stone, I made it round. I began to play with it as a toy and became fascinated by the fact that I could reflect light into dark places where the sun would never shine, in deep holes and crevices and dark closets. It became a game for me to get the light into the most inaccessible places I could find. I kept the little mirror, and as I went about my growing up, I would take it out in idle moments and continue the challenge of the game. As I became a man, I grew to understand that this was not just a child's game, but a metaphor for what I might do with my life. I came to understand that I am not the light or the source of light, but light, truth, understanding, knowledge is there, and it will shine in many dark places only if I reflect it. I am a fragment of a mirror whose whole design and shape I do not know. Nevertheless, with what I have, I can reflect light into the dark places of this world, into the black places in the hearts of men, and change some things in some people. Perhaps others may see and do likewise. This is what I am about. This is the meaning of my life. So that's really beautiful. Now, the one thing I just want to say is where they say, I came to understand that I'm not the light or the source of light. That is coming from a place of amnesia and oblivion. Remember, we're waking up to that now. This was written, I don't know when this was written, but I mean, I got this book back when I was a teenager, and I'm turning 35 on July 3rd. So, I mean, this has been out for a long time. Like at least 20 years, I'd say. At least 20 years. So we, as a collective, weren't as aware as we are now. So that's coming from a place of oblivion. Remember, we are the light. Other than that, he nailed it. We also reflect the light. That's what we're here to do. The thing is again, we've been navigating from a place of strong oblivion, but right now we're waking up. That's why we're hearing more and more people like myself talking about how duality isn't even a thing, it's a tool. Why yin and yang isn't even actually dual, it's a oneness. It's not separate. And 1 + 1 = 3, not 2. This stuff isn't actually new. It's just that more people are becoming aware of it and talking about it. And so there's some confusion going on out there, and people are saying, well, no, that's not what it's been. It has, it's just your awareness hasn't necessarily got there yet, but now you're being informed of it and you're going to start remembering. You always knew, it's just you're navigating oblivion, and we're all helping each other wake up and remember. We all are this source of light. And oh, I closed it. I closed the wrong page. Hang on, it was one. I said it was 134. Right. So the light, truth, understanding, knowledge, that's all light. Love, happiness, joy, peace is there, and it will shine in many dark places only if I reflect it. Only if I reflect it. We all have our paintbrushes, we all have our shit, and that's okay. But we have to face our shit in order to release it. And then our spirit teams, which we are also a part of, insert truth, which is peace, love, joy, happiness, understanding, neutrality, laughter, bliss. That's inserted. We project that out, and then that's reflected back at us. We are shining light into the places that we've allowed the illusion of chaotic darkness. And we're going to start seeing that, which there are several of us now that are understanding that the dark was never bad. There is no bad, there is no evil, there is no negative energy. We've just perceived it that way. Energy plays as we allow it to. The judgments that we get from other people are reflections of our own insecurities, our own traumas from within this timeline and other parallel timelines. Right? It can be a little heavy, It can be a little difficult to wrap your head around, and a little bit of a hard pill to swallow with certain things. I get that. Time is parallel and reality is a spiral, and altogether it's quantum. When I get visuals of reality, it's very, very intertwined. It's like these parallel lines, but then they merge together and they intertwine, and it's not something I'd be able to paint. Or I'm assuming you can maybe do something similar with a computer program, but I know in this now I'm like, I don't know how to do that. It's too complicated. It's not, where our human minds aren't quite there yet, but we're getting there. We've been using fear, false evidence appearing real programming. It's a programming that we created because we were within the perception of needing to survive, which is fair considering we were in complete oblivion. But now we're waking up and we're seeing how powerful we actually are, and that we do literally create our reality through the process of thought, and it is fast as our thoughts, since it is through the process of thought. Whatever you think, you're going to end up seeing and experiencing externally. It's all connected in a oneness. Science is even proving it. Words. And again, people like Einstein talked about this. Tesla, ancient, time isn't linear, but just for explanation, ancient civilizations. I say it a lot. Einstein talked about how reality is made out of vibration. You just need to tune into the right frequency. So self-love is super important. I used to get angry at the whole, no one can love you if you can't love yourself. And I always took it as, well, I'm still worth love, so how could that work? But it really is. It's because we reflect each other. So if you're reflecting self-hatred, if you're feeling safe hatred, you're going to be projecting that out and reflecting it back, and it's going to be reflected back at you. We've trapped ourselves in these loops. So working on this self-love is super important. It's part of controlling our mind, which is literally controlling our reality. It's okay to have these paintbrushes and these masks and these costumes. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. There is no bad. It's just being aware of it, so then we can work on our stuff and it can get swept away. One of these days I will be out here wearing my romper. I don't know which now, but that's just it. Time's not linear. There is no past and there is no future, so I can't focus on that. Just know that I will do it. I will do it. I will wear my romper. I will sit out here in my romper, and I will film for you guys, and I will be okay with it. I'm getting there. We're all getting there. All right? Work on loving yourselves. I'm working on it with myself every time I get a triggered thought, I stop, talk with my team, give it to them, ask for perception change, give thanks, do the breath work. I'm being silly, sorry. So, all right. I don't want to stop this, but I think that's pretty much it. It's really, really nice out. It's really nice out right now. I don't want to stop filming because I don't want to head back. I know, and that's just it. It's like, just sit out here and just enjoy it. Yeah, I might sit out here for a few before I head back. It's really nice out right now. Just listen to the birds and the wind. Now there's people playing tennis. Last time, I think it was pickleball. I'm pretty sure it was pickleball. The people that were playing at the court last time, I think it was pickleball. Now they're playing tennis though. Now it's tennis. So, but there was people near the bench that I used last time, so I didn't want to disturb them. I'm actually using a log in front of me. There's ants crawling on it and it smells kind of funky, but I'm like, nature. I need to be in nature. It's all nature. It's all nature. And I'm one with it. I'm one with it, so... yeah, I literally just got an urge to like, really? That's new. There's a black ant crawling on the log in front of me and I just got an urge to like, let it crawl on my finger and show you guys. Now it's like gone away. It's too far away now. I'm like, if there's another one, I'll do it, but I'm not seeing them. I was just seeing a bunch and now they're like disappeared. I can still see the one that just crawled by me. I'm getting an urge to hold ants. Welcome to coming into the oneness with the collective, eh? Let's see. Oh, nope. Nope. Anyway, all right. It's funny. I've had ducks and squirrels and rabbits come up to me and just sit with me and watch me. Toads, frogs. It's cool. It's really cool. That stuff starts happening too. Animals are waking up as well. Animals are waking up as well. So we're all waking up. We're all helping walk each other home, arm in arm. So, all right. I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to let you guys go. Not like I'm actually holding you here. Words. I just got awkward because people around again. Working on that too. Which is why they get me doing this out here like this when there are people around. I got to get used to it. So, all right. Thank you guys for everything. I love you all so very much. And as always, have a wonderful now.